good win for us here today, and we needed that. We're fighting through some adversity right now, and we were able to get a win on the road and get another good win here today. Pieces are all starting to come back together. Whenever you face adversity and you lose players, the players need to step up, but there's you still got to be systematic, right? You got to put players in different positions, and you got to be able to execute on both sides of the ball, and we're still working through that. And once I felt like we got acclimated and we figured it out here tonight, we did a really nice job. And I thought that Brooklyn started us off. I thought it was her best game for us this year, and I told her when I subbed her at the end, that's BK ball, and that's what it should look like. She's our catalyst. She makes us go. More importantly, she gives us that energy, and that confidence, and so it's a very important role. But it's one that she needs to provide for us each and every single day. But super proud of our effort. I thought our defense, especially, when we started pressing, I thought our activity level was tremendous. We had 40 plus deflections, which led to steals, to points, and transition. So we got to continue to work hard and continue getting some wins down the road.
You go into half, you have the 8-0 run that obviously turns into 27-0. Just how was it having that confidence of return to form at half and then instilling that press at the half?
Yeah, so the 8-0 run obviously was a great start for us. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot. We came out great energy. Our goal was to get them to call 2 timeouts in the first period. They did take a quick one, but then we started making some substitutions and what have you. I just thought that we weren't executing as well, but we also were turning the ball over. We had 6 turnovers, through a period of time, which led to points for them, back-to-back threes. And then we started giving them confidence, and so we just kept communicating to our players like every possession matters. We can't give them confidence, and then we went on a roll, and so going into halftime, I felt good. Yes, we're just up, 8, wanted to be more, but I thought that coming out of halftime, we executed offensively. We're able to score and get some high percentage points, and then the game kind of just imploded from there.
Brooklyn, what was that like seeing you guys explode in the third and have it really start on that defensive end and having that translate to the shorter court?
It's just great because we're actually seeing the things that we do in practice, the things we do every single day, giving us the benefit. So it's great.
Tori, for you, just obviously you mentioned the acclimation, the adjustment. Is it more with pieces? Is it more with mindset, mentality? How would you break that down?
It's all of it. It's all of that and some. It's never easy. We've been working since the summer, and you think that you have all the pieces in place. You're organized, you have structure, you know exactly, what you're doing, when you're doing it, and your role. And then all of a sudden, the game, takes just a life of its own, and, things happen, and it's all part of the game, unfortunately for us, to lose 2 players, 2 starters, and then we got to make adjustments. And so, and it's hard. It's hard to, just flip, and yes, as an athlete and as coaches, we're like, hey, we got to move on, like flip it, and what's next? But there's a lingering effect to it all, and so, and it takes time, and I told our players, I totally get it. Like, it was hanging on to us, and we knew that the Binghamton game was going to be tough on the road, first game back without, both, Mimi and Lauren, and and we found a way to win there. So as we're winning still, as we're teaching, I'm like, all right, that's a really good thing, and so we just got to continue to clean some things up and keep manipulating some pieces to the puzzle, and then we'll get there. And then once we get there, we'll be able to execute and it'll look a little bit cleaner, on both ends, on both sides of the ball.
Brooklyn, obviously, you heard Coach mention the catalyst word. That's a huge word. A career-high 9 assists today, and the team at 22. Just how important was it to lead by example, just sharing and valuing what that ball means to you all?
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. And then obviously, I thank my teammates for everything they do. You know, they're getting it to me as quick as they can so we can push the ball up the court, and then they're knocking down shots. And then just Coach Verdi, he's confident in me, so it helps a lot. Yeah.
And for you, Tori, what's it like seeing that ball move around to that form that you're used to? Again, just seeing it move quick with purpose.
And that's what we're looking to do. You know, the ball was dying in people's hands. We want to move the ball, regardless if we're playing against man zone and what have you. And that's good basketball. You want to break down the defense. You want the defense to move side to side. You know, and so we're slowly but surely we're getting there. You know, it doesn't happen overnight, like I said, but you know, I like what I see. We're trending in the right direction. You know, I was happy with our effort, especially defensively, and that's something that we're constantly communicating that we got to find that sense of, you know, it's gotta be every night, you know, and we're looking to have that each and every single night. And when we find that consistency, you know, it's going to put us in a position to be successful.
You had 8 of 10 players with double-digit minutes today. As you try to figure things out, how important is it to see that much on everybody to make those calls?
Yeah, and we need them. You know, we need Bella Perkins to step up and be a huge part of what we do on both sides of the ball. We need, you know, Aaron Battle to step up as well and play significant minutes for us. Aislinn Malcolm as well. You know, so we need to play our bench, and I think that they know how important they are to us, and they're going to get their opportunities. And when they come on, you know, it's like, all right, we haven't missed a beat. We got to continue to keep doing the things that we've been doing all along.
Brooklyn, you talk about the compete level as a side. When you see stop score consistently, just how does that become contagious, and how does that just make it fun and exciting for you as a team?
Yeah, it just makes it fun and exciting because, like I said, it's our hard work paying off. After we get a steal, I mean, of course we want to go down and get a bucket, but it's bringing us together right now, and that's what we need.
Sorry, whether it was in practice over the last few days or your last 2 games, what have you seen from your team in terms of leadership, like player-led things amidst this adversity?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, our players and our captains are doing a good job. They're echoing, you know, everything that, you know, we're saying as coaches, but we're all in this together. Whether it's the players, the coaches, you know, we're all, you know, saying the same things and you know, going through this adjustment. You know, and it has a life of its own, and you can't force it, you know, and so. But what I do know is that our players are resilient. You know, and they fought at the adversity. And I feel like, okay, now we're rebounding. And now what we got to do is we got to utilize this energy that we have right now to propel us moving forward.
Brooklyn, obviously, school day today, you had approximately 3,000 screaming kids that were singing Disney songs and chanting and rooting you guys on. Just what's it like seeing that and getting that chance to interact with them after a big win like this one?
It's awesome because we always want to give back. We always want to see the kids smile and have fun, and yeah, it warms our hearts. Yeah.
Brooklyn, what I just asked Coach about the player-led, the player leadership and times of adversity, what are some things that you've seen or you can do as a veteran of college basketball to help this team get through this adversity?
Just making sure everybody's okay. You know, even, you know, it's bigger than basketball. It's about our mentals. It's about everything, our everyday lives, and just checking on my teammates all the time. I'm pouring into their cups, and I need them to pour into mine too, which they do.
Tori Khadijah, another double-double. Just her nose, especially on the offensive boards, just what's it like seeing that motor, and just how does that keep continuity for you all?
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's cleaning everything up, and that's exactly, you know what we need her to do. I knew coming into this season that she's probably going to be one of the most dominant post players, you know, in the league, and she's starting to show what she could do. I mean, her reverse layup, I mean, was something else, you know, just to have that versatility and score the ball on the opposite side, you know, of the basket just shows you her skill set. And she's, right now, I mean, I think she's just scratching the surface and coming into her own. But again, she's relentless on the boards. She stays out of foul trouble. We're in a really good place.
Looking at schedule, you faced West Virginia, you're facing Robert Morris this weekend, and you have Duquesne coming up in December. We've talked about city games, keeping opponents. Just what does it mean to have that continuity?
You know, it's the next game, you know, and I'm not getting into, you know, just because, you know, it's it's a school right down the road or what have you. You know, right now we're focused on each and every single opponent. You know, we're not looking ahead, to be honest with you. I'm looking at Robert Morris right now. You know, quick turnaround. We're going to do everything we can to prepare for that game. You know, prepare our players to go on the court and be successful. But, you know, it's really, you know, one day at a time. We got to win the day, okay? And I think we've been doing that in practice, and we're starting to see some of these results.
When you see those results in the third quarter, how much fun is that to see, and how does that become contagious?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, you know, and it's emotional as well because it's like, okay, you feel like you finally, you know, kind of you're able to move on, if you will. You know, yes, you know, we're thinking about Mimi today, you know, as she had surgery, or she has surgery here in a little bit, or she's having it right now as we speak, you know, and Lauren. But it's great to see the rest of us come together, support one another, and then go out on the floor and be successful.
Your team hit 9 threes today, season high so far. Do you think we'll see more of that?
Yeah, you know, we know we could get them up, and you know, I like our percentages to be a little bit higher, you know, but you know, that's a part we got to be able to score it at all three levels, and so we got to be able to attack those passes, knock down, you know, the three ball. You know, we know we're going to pound the ball inside as well, you know, but we also need, and we got to make sure that, you know, we're attacking downhill and getting to the rim as well.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Tori. Thanks, Brooklyn.
Appreciate it.